Never mind the mess behind me. Also, never mind that one hand has my nails completely painted and the other one has nothing. I call this momming in quarantine.
Laugh out loud, love a lot, and shop for what makes you happy.
Hey guys, Mandy here with Laugh Love Shop, and today I'm going to be doing a get ready with me. I'm going to talk about the things that are kind of my go-tos for my makeup, and there are certain steps that I don't really do all the time or ever. Like, I never do concealer, guys, because I don't usually have dark circles. I mean, I kind of have dark circles right now because, let's face it, I'm momming during quarantine. But I don't usually have dark circles. I just have whatever this bottom lid thing is. They're not puffy. They're just made like that. Anyway, so that's why I don't use concealer. I also don't use bronzer very often, but I'll show you the one that I've been using. I'm just letting you know that those two things are not necessarily like my go-tos. Okay, now let's actually get started. I'm using the Purely's Perfect Glow BB Cream, and this is in the shade Light Medium. And I basically put BB cream on like it's a moisturizer. Also, something you should know about this brand's BB cream, I like it a lot. It offers just the right amount of coverage for me, which is medium to low coverage, but you should know that it does oxidize. So if you get it, I would suggest when you try it on, give it some time to make sure that it's the right shade. But see, already it doesn't look crazy light on me. And I do have a couple of breakouts happening right now, but these are not like regular breakouts for me. I have a big one here and like a really big one up here, and I don't know, maybe it's from stress. I think stress breakouts you get on your forehead. Okay, so that's the first step. You can buy this on Amazon. Up next, I'm using the NYX Stay Matte But Not Flat, and this is in the shade Nude. And I don't use this everywhere. I actually use the little puff that comes with it, and I only put it on places where I want extra coverage because this does have color to it. So I press it into my nose for extra coverage and to keep the makeup that's on my nose on my nose. So that's all I use there. And then the other thing, by the way, all of these products are cruelty-free because I shop cruelty-free as much as I possibly can. Okay, the next product that I'm using is the Milani Prep Set Glow, and I kind of use this all over just to set my makeup. And the reason that I do that is, one, because my T-zone gets pretty oily and makeup doesn't like to stay on it very well. So it's to set my BB cream, and I also use it on my cheeks because if I don't, I find that my blush and highlighter tend to like stick in clumps. So that's why I use that. Up next, for bronzer, if I'm going to use bronzer, it's the Butter Bronzer by Physicians Formula. Everybody loves this stuff, and this is just in the shade bronzer. And for me, I try to use bronzer in a way that reflects how the sun would actually hit me. So I do it like across my forehead, a little bit on my chin because I got a big chin, and a little bit across my nose, which is a great tip if you've got foundation and then like blush and highlighter and whatever, and like your nose is just flat. Putting a little bronzer on it is great. My go-to blush for like any occasion, any time of the year kind of blush is this e.l.f. Mellow Mauve blush, and it's a really nice neutral mauve tone, but it has a little bit of a sheen, and that kind of just brings life to my face. Now, another tip for you is if your blush gets a little crazy, which it doesn't look like it in my viewfinder, but in the mirror I can tell that it got a little crazy back here. So I'm just going to take the powder brush that I use with my translucent powder and kind of buff it in, I guess is the word we use on YouTube. I don't often use highlighter, but one highlighter that I just got, it was on clearance at Walmart, and I was very excited. It's this Flower Beauty Lift and Contour, and it has this really beautiful, more of a champagne type highlighter. Let's try this out. This is my first time, so let's see how this goes. Pretty excited. Oh well. Okay. That's nice, but that is potent. Okay. Buff it out a little bit. That's pretty. I like that. Anyway, I will hold up my ride or die items at the end of the video. let's keep moving. Okay, up next, moving on to eyes, I'm going to use the Milani eyeshadow primer. Anytime you use eyeshadow, any eyeshadow, no matter what the eyeshadow, this primer is so helpful. Okay, up next is the eyeshadow, and if I had to recommend one eyeshadow palette, this would be it. It's drugstore, I think it's 20 bucks because it's a pretty big one. It's drugstore and cruelty-free, and it's the Emily Edit, the Wants palette. It's by Makeup Revolution. You can find it at Ulta. And I think the reason that I like this palette is, well, there's a couple. First off, that mirror is huge. Hi, say hi to yourself. But the other reasons are it has a bunch of neutral shades in here. So if you're a girl who likes neutrals, really easy, really wearable, those shades are in here. But if you're a little bit more adventurous, those shades are in here too. But what I love is that the colors that are colors and not neutrals are kind of neutral colors. I don't know if that made any sense, but they're wearable. They're super wearable colors. I will say there are a couple shades in here that don't really do it for me, but if you want a review of this palette, I will do it. For today's look, though, I think I'm just going to go, oh, look how bright that makes it. It's so rainy out today and I couldn't find my ring light, so I should have just used this to bounce that light off my face. Anyway, okay, stop getting distracted, Mandy. Man, it has been so long since I've made videos that it's like I don't even know how to do it anymore. All right, I'm going to start with this shade called Oh Heavens. I'm going to do that all across my lid. Next, I'm going to get Prayer and put that in my crease. Now I'm going to take a bare brush and buff it out along the edges. For my third and probably final color, I'm going to go into Dews Paid and put that on the outside of my eyelid. Now I'm going to go back to my bare brush and blend my two lid shades a little bit more. And then I'm going to go back into Oh Heavens and just reinforce that a little bit. And now I'm going to take a smaller brush and I think I'll go back into Dews Paid and put a little bit of that on my lower lash line. All right, I think I'm going to leave it at that for eyeshadow for today. Next, I have eyeliner, and I love the Essence eyeliners. You can get them at Ulta. Most of this stuff I think you can get at Ulta. This is the Essence Eyeliner Pen, and I love the waterproof kind. I don't love the ones that are ultra fine, but they're waterproof pens. They have them in black. And this one's not waterproof. It's in brown because I prefer brown. I just find it softer on my complexion. And this one is not waterproof, but it stays on just fine. Like, I haven't like gone swimming in it or anything, but I don't usually wear makeup to go swimming, so. All right, that's all I usually do for eyeliner. I don't usually wing it out or anything like that. It's basically just there to make my lashes look fuller and to define my eyes. And the other thing that I love about this is that with this point, you can basically like lay it sideways against your lashes, like the bottom of your lashes, and like stamp it across. You don't have to worry about drawing it. The next step is mascara, and I live by the Essence Lash Princess in the black bottle with the green detailing on it, although I'm pretty sure that Essence's formula is the same across the board. It just depends on what kind of brush you want. This is my favorite. This is how the brush looks, and I gotta get close to the mirror down here. So hold on. Final step for the eyes is this Wet n Wild Ultimate Brow Highlighter. It's for the brows, but I use it in my inner lower rim. Can you tell the difference between this eye that has the highlighter on the inner rim and this eye that doesn't? It just looks so much more fresh and awake. All right, next up, let's talk about brows real quick. I only ever use one product for my brows, but if I'm doing a full face of makeup, then I often feel like my brows also need a little more oomph. So what I actually use is this Ico London Fat Brow Liquid Liner. I don't know why they call it a liner. It's like this jumbo pen thing. I also have one that's not the Fat Brow. Both of them are fine. This one is in light to medium. This one's just medium. They both work for me. For me, not trying to build a brow, I'm just trying to get a little more color on there so it can keep up with the makeup. So once again, here's a little comparison. It just darkens the brow a little bit, fills in any, you know, holes that might be there, but you can definitely see, I think, the difference between having it done and not having it done. This video is already 30 minutes long. I'm gonna have a heck of time editing this video. Alrighty, final step is the lips. Now I have 3 lip glosses here that I love. The first is Drugstore. It's Hard Candy, and I'm pretty sure the packaging has changed. It's their Plumping Serum Volumizing Lip Gloss, and mine is in the shade Nude Beach, and I have repurchased this. This is probably my 6th, 7th, I don't know. It's just a nice, almost clear gloss with a little bit of sparkle in it, but not like the 90s glitter. Remember frosted lips? That was a thing back then. Maybe that was early 2000s. I guess it was early 2000s because I was a teenager, so probably early 2000s. But anyway, my lips already have a lot of natural color, so just something like this is really all I need most days. Next up, I have 2 colored glosses, and this one is by Bang Beauty. I actually don't know if this one's cruelty-free or not. I got this in an Ipsy bag or a Birchbox. I'm not really sure. Does my hair look gray to you? I don't really have any gray hairs, so I don't know. I don't know what's going on, guys. Okay, this lip gloss by Bang Beauty. It's in the shade Spice, and this is my more pink option as opposed to this one, which is a little bit more mauve. But anyway, this is my more pink option that I really do enjoy. I have not repurchased it though because I don't use it really all that often, but I do like it. And my last lip product is a repurchase. I had gotten it in an Ipsy bag or Birchbox, like I said, I don't know. But I used it all up and then I purchased it again on Amazon, and it's quite pricey, but I figure if you really love something, just buy only that thing. Don't go out and try to find more lipsticks. Why mess with a good thing, I guess, is what I'm trying to say here. But this is by Vasanti, and the shade is called Super Mom. And, oh, there it is. It is their Power Oils Lip Gloss. Yes, I love this shade. I do have some other lipsticks in here, but I don't really use them all that much. I'm more of a gloss girl. Okay, guys, that is my final look. Pretty neutral. Usually my makeup is pretty neutral, and honestly I don't usually put this much makeup on unless it's like, I don't know, a special event or something. Especially under quarantine, it's like, why even bother putting anything on? But let's do one more run through of my Ride or Dies. Brows, we have Ico London Fat Brow Liquid Liner. I'm gonna hold each of these up so that you can take screenshots if you want to. Helpful, right? Okay, for my eyeliner, it's the Essence Liner Pen Long Lasting, and this is in the shade Brown. Mascara is the Essence Lash Princess False Effect Mascara. For the lower rim, we have the Wet n Wild Ultimate Brow Highlighter. For the BB Cream Foundation Type Step, it's the Pure Lease Perfect Glow BB Cream. For the powders, I have the NYX Stay Matte But Not Flat Powder Foundation, and also the Milani Prep Set Glow Illuminating Transparent Powder. Milani Eyeshadow Primer. Lip gloss, I have the Hard Candy Plumping Serum. And then for this color, it's the Vasanti Power Oils Lip Gloss in the shade Super Mom. For my blush, which I keep in a Z palette, so there's no cute packaging, but it's the e.l.f. blush in Mellow Mauve. And then for eyeshadow, the Revolution Makeup Revolution London, the Emily Edit The Once eyeshadow palette. Oh, and one more step that I forgot to mention. If my face is looking a little too powdery just from the powder, the blush, the bronzer, the highlight, whatever, all these powdery steps, this Mario Badescu facial spray, this is the one with the aloe, cucumber, and green tea, is so nice. It really cuts down on the powder. It's not really like for making your makeup long lasting, but it cuts down on the powder look and it smells so good. Okay guys, I hope you enjoyed this video and found it helpful. If you have any questions or suggestions for future videos, please do leave them in the comments section down below, and I will talk to you next time. Bye!
New videos every weekish. In the meantime, check these out and follow me across social media.